Hi everyone, welcome back to Amy's Art House. Today I am making 3 Pokemon for you guys. I am making a Poliwag, a Slowpoke, and a Jigglypuff, so I hope that you guys enjoy. I had a lot of fun making these. I'm starting to use some different techniques, so I'm using Copic markers and other types of alcohol markers, as well as white paint for shading. So that's kind of exciting, I guess, because I've been doing paper crafts for a year now, and I haven't changed much of my techniques. So it is cool to try out a few different things. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that you are finding some fun crafts to make, good shows to watch, fun games to play, all that good stuff. You know the drill. And yeah, I'm here. I'm here physically, kind of. We'll see. Maybe by the time I edit this, it'll be back to just disembodied voice Amy, but I don't know. Maybe I'll keep the video in. It took me, I think, 2 hours to set up these lights. I have the umbrella lights set up from the basement, which in the office, they're pretty big. I guess if I decide to continue doing these videos of me talking, I will buy some of those small LED panels that a lot of Twitch streamers use and stuff like that, but I think for now this is okay. So this might sound bad, but the white paper that I'm using for Poliwag here is actually the same piece of paper I used to make my first Pokemon last June. It's the same shiny white paper that I used for Goldeen. I tend to live fairly minimally. I don't shop a lot. I don't own a ton. But then when you go into the craft room, it's a different story. Every scrap piece of paper is neatly organized into a space because maybe I'll need it later. Ooh, yeah, I probably need to go through the studio and throw some things out. I did do that this week because I used to recycle comic book art to make decoupage things, and my asthma at this point is yeah, no old papers, no strong glues, and I was why am I holding on all of this? So I ended up giving away some of the decoupage and recycling the comic books because I'm not going to use them. So for Poliwag here, I did not really follow the game art for the eyes, but I really like them. I think they turned out so cute. I do this every now and again. I also think that the smile for Poliwag turned out really cute, very small, very happy. Which, speaking of smile, I think I mentioned in my last video that I was getting my braces off. My braces are off, which maybe contributed to me showing up here. Hello! I probably need to have my retainers in, but I would just sound very lispy, so hopefully while I do my recording and editing, my teeth do not shift too much. I will throw them back in when I'm done. So when I was making Poliwag, I accidentally forgot to put the swirl in, and I was just having one of those days where I was really energized, and I was okay, it's time for me to start another Pokemon and move it out of the way, and yeah, I had to come back a week later and add the swirl. This shiny paper too, it didn't want to absorb the marker, so I had to go over it several times. But yeah, the finished Poliwag is maybe here. I don't know how to time things, but I really like it, and I think it turned out pretty cute. Now on to Slowpoke. Slowpoke is one of my favorite Pokemon. I do not care that he is slow. He will show up anyway. He might be late, but he's a good friend and he'll be there. I think when I played through Soul Silver, I had a Slowpoke on my team, and I was in high school at the time, and I got made fun of because I wouldn't get rid of it. I was nope, this is my team member. He is a valued part of this team. He'll show up when he shows up. I have less to say about this craft compared to Poliwag. There's nothing too crazy about it. I did do a lot of shading though, so I think I'm just gonna start talking about other things. Fruits Basket finished airing. I cried a lot. And now I'm rewatching another shoujo called Kami-sama Kiss, and yeah, that's kind of filling the void, but not quite. If you have any good shoujo recommendations, I am always on the lookout. I think every single video I post, I'm do you have a shoujo anime that I should watch? Which reminds me, I have not seen this week's My Hero Academia episode, so I will probably go watch that after I finish recording. I definitely am taking my time recording though, because I'm splicing the footage and then I'm coming back to the microphone, and I think my hair has dried on camera now. It's fine, it's cool. This is just how I'm gonna show up. Another show that I've been watching, well, that I actually finished in a few days was, how do you pronounce it? Kakiro Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. I thought it was pretty cute. I think that growing up watching Spirited Away over and over contributes to my tastes in shows now. The animation style for it was really inconsistent though. Like the heights of the characters would change and like the sizes of their hands and stuff, and I just ended up thinking to myself, okay, well they're all spirits, like they can probably shapeshift, so let's just assume that's what's happening and ignore it. And it's not the animation quality is inconsistent. The other thing that was really weird with that show was instead of having like a set outro song, they did different outro songs from the perspective of each character, which I did enjoy, and they had like really beautiful illustrations for it. But then I was like, if you can do all this really, really well, why aren't the characters the same size and shape, and like why don't they always appear the same way in the show? I know sometimes after an anime airs, like before it ends up on Blu-ray or DVD, they will go back and edit some of the mistakes out, so I'm like, did they do that for this one? I don't know. It looks like they have not, but they could benefit from doing so. One of the reasons that I do not have any live action recommendations this week is because I have been under a lot of stress since the last time I came on and spoke. Basically, I posted my last video and then a family member had a fire and we had to move them. They're fine, they're totally safe, which is amazing, but we had like 7 days to get them moved and they own a lot of stuff. So I was spending a lot of long hours like cleaning and sorting and like figuring out what items needed to stay and what items needed to go. Which I'll say more on that in a minute, but right, when I am stressed, I do not watch live action things. I can only watch like anime and cartoons because I'm like, this is not real. Nothing in this is real. There's nothing real here to stress me out. Even if it's like a really like dark horror anime, I'm like, oh, but it's not like real life, so I'm good. I can handle this. But I know I said earlier that I kind of identify a bit more as a minimalist than I used to, like several years back, and part of that is like watching older family members have a lot of stuff, like when it covers the surfaces everywhere and you can't walk in the closet and stuff. It's like that stresses me out so much. So I have definitely been like going through my own possessions during this time too, and I'm like, do I need this? Do I need this? I don't need this. The craft supplies, it's harder to get me to part with. I have a whole YouTube about crafting. But I think it's probably evident I'm not going to be doing any unboxing videos anytime soon. I don't want to buy anything. I don't want to bring anything into the house. I'm good. Yep, that's it. I have just been talking your ear off and I forgot to say that I started Jigglypuff. But Jigglypuff is probably my favorite from this video. I love using my big circle punch. It feels a little bit like cheating, but yeah, super fun to do that. And I did like 2 layers, so one with just the body and then another one that had like the ears and the feet and arms, and I think it turned out really nice. I'd like to do Jigglypuff's evolution. What is it? Oh, my brain. I'm so tired. Wait, is it Wigglytuff? I've made 100 Pokemon. I don't know anymore. I don't know. Speaking of Pokemon stuff, did you guys see the Bidoof Day thing? I thought that was really cute. I wish that I had acted faster on it so I could have made a Bidoof video, but that's okay. The little Rickroll thing was very cute. Good job, Pokemon Company. I think in their like music video they made, they talked about it knows more moves than just cut, and I'm like, my Bidoof, when I played through the game that I had one, like, it had all the HM moves. It had all of the like rock smash and cut and all of those things. And then I'd get to the gym and I'd be like, I don't need Bidoof. I would put another Pokemon in and he can come back when I'm out adventuring again. And speaking of missing fake holidays like Bidoof Day, I also missed a real holiday, which is 4th of July. If you celebrate, happy 4th of July. I did not make a special video for it. I've made videos for Diwali and Chinese New Year, but, you know, I can't make one for my own country's holiday. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of 4th of July. I don't like fireworks. I usually just stay home, so sometimes it doesn't cross my mind that like maybe someone else would like to see a 4th of July Pokemon special video. I'm sorry. maybe maybe next year I'll actually remember to do something. I'm trying to think what else has been going on lately, and I did get to see a close friend that I have not seen in almost 2 years, which was amazing. I was so happy to be able to meet up with them, and we were real fancy, and we bought crab legs, and it was amazing. But I realized that I need to actually work out. I can't just spend all day on a computer and making paper crafts because my arms hurt for 2 days after cracking crab legs. She had to crack most of them for me. Just kind of sad. Yeah, so I've started with some like wall push-ups, and I have some 1 pound weights, so I'm doing those. I think I have mentioned it before, but I had some really severe asthma a while back, and I think that experience took away a bit of my muscle mass. You know, when you can't breathe well and you're just spending all day sitting, that does something. We should just rebrand this channel, you know, as not Amy's art house, but your friendly neighborhood asthmatics art house. How many times I bring it up. But it's a part of my life. I don't know, I can't change that, so I end up talking about it. So I am getting towards the tail end of this Jigglypuff craft. I just have to add these little puffy stickers and some washi tape and some white paint, and then that is pretty much done. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really have a lot of fun making these videos. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do like video with my voiceover. We'll see. It's probably going to depend on how I'm feeling on that day. But today I was just feeling a little social, so here I am. Hi. I almost feel kind of embarrassed saying this on camera because it's like so stereotypical, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh no. See you again soon. Bye.